Hi guys, I'm just gonna do a frequently asked question video for you guys. Yeah, let's start this. I got an email about a month or so ago with some questions, and I thought that it'd be a good idea to make a video and, well, tell you guys my opinion and answer your questions. First question I got was, when installing dreads, is it better to have natural or straightened hair? When you install your dreads, it's better to have clean hair without conditioner than it is to have like dirty hair when you install your dreads. I say this because when your hair is clean, it can grab the dread better when you're braiding it in, and they'll last a lot longer in your hair when your hair is clean prior to installation. The straighten part of the question, unless your hair is like really curly, you don't have to straighten your hair before you install your dreads. If your hair is really curly, you can just straighten your hair and wait like a day or so. Like, even if your hair is like wavy, you don't need to straighten it or anything like that. But if your hair is really curly, straighten it and then wait a day or so and then install your dreads. You don't want to install your dreads right after you straighten it because it'll put a lot of strain on your hair. But yeah, in regards to that question, like, just make sure that your hair is clean. Just use shampoo, don't use conditioner. Because like I said in like all of my videos, conditioner makes your dreads slip down, and that isn't nice to see. And yeah, like, I guess you can braid in your hair, your synthetic hair, when your hair is like a little bit dirty, but there's a limit. Like, if your hair is greasy, you don't want to braid in your dreads because the grease in your hair will just it'll make the dreads slip anyway, regardless if you wash, like, if your hair is like greasy or not. But yeah. If that doesn't make sense, I'll write it all in the down bar. Next question. I didn't really understand what this question meant. But it said along the lines of avoiding the icky feeling when you have synthetic dreads in, and I think what you were trying to ask was like how to avoid like when your hair gets like oily and then itchy or something like that. I think that's what you meant. But like when my hair gets itchy and when it gets oily, if it's like in between washing or whatever, I'll use spray shampoo, and that just absorbs any of the oils in my hair, and then like at the end of the week I can just wash it out with shampoo. Next question. How often do you wash your hair when you wear synthetic dreads? That kind of, it varies with each person. Like, you can just not wash your hair at all. You can wash your hair once or twice a week. You can wash your hair every other week. With me, it's all personal preference. I mean, like, I'll wash my hair once a week. It depends on if I have, like, my bangs braided in, or if they're not, then I'll focus on the hair that's not in the braids, opposed to, like, actually washing my dreads themselves, if that makes sense. Again, just, if you want, like, a straight answer, like, once or twice a week, that's it. Because, like, you shouldn't wash your hair all the time anyway. Okay. The next question that I get is what kind of hair I use. I use synthetic hair. It's, I don't even know if I say it right, but it's Kanekalon, 100% Kanekalon, this is from the Magic Collection. I don't just use this brand, like, it doesn't matter what kind of brand it is. And, each brand has a different length. The Jumbo Braids brand is about 60 inches long. And that's a little bit, this is a little bit shorter than this. Ironic that, like, this package is bigger than this one. What I will say is that there is a difference between tangle-free and non-tangle-free. And I noticed that not a lot of people mention this at all. Tangle-free hair dreads a lot better than the non-tangle kind. Now, I know not a lot of people on YouTube that do dread tutorials and show you what kind of hair they use and stuff. They don't mention this, and I think it's really important. The difference between tangle-free and non-tangle-free is that tangle-free synthetic hair is a lot easier to dread than the other kind. I say this because it is either, when it's in the bag, it is either braided or it is really wavy, like crinkled wavy, and that helps it mat a lot better and dread a lot better than if it wasn't tangle-free. The non-tangle-free kind is a little bit more difficult to dread than the other kind, but if you want full dreads that are thick and fluffy and light, you want to use the non-tangle kind. Like, not the tangle-resistant kind. You want to use the regular hair, kind of like this. This is a brand in Canada. You can find it at Walmart or whatever. I don't know if they sell this in other parts of the world, but whatever. This is the kind that I use sometimes for black synthetic hair. It's also the kind that I'm using for my double-ended dreads. But there's this kind, Magic. It's the Magic Gold collection, and then there's this kind too, which is also Magic, but I think this is the tangle-free one, and the other ones weren't. Hair does matter. What brand you use doesn't really matter, but like if it's tangle-free or not tangle-free, it does make a difference. I know people use wool to make synthetic dreads. To make dread extensions, rather. And I don't use wool because I'm afraid of mold. Like, I have a mold kind of phobia. I don't wear that kind of dread, those kind of dreads. Like, I know they look more real, like they look more realistic, but I don't like those dreads at all because I'm afraid of mold. I don't want to have to, like, deal with that kind of hair disaster. If you have any questions at all, don't be afraid to send me a message. Don't be afraid to comment. Like, there is no such thing as stupid questions to me. Like, every question is valid. Just don't worry about it. Like, I've had questions when I first started with making dreads and wearing them, and like I didn't have anybody to turn to when I was doing it, so I had to find out all this stuff on my own. So if you have questions, feel free to message me. I do check my messages regularly, and I will respond, like, diligently and enthusiastically. So yeah, feel free to message me, comment, whatever. If you have any more questions, send me a message. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Bye, guys.